Hey, my name's Kendra Seoane, and I am basically obsessed with Twofold. I actually love it so much that I proactively reached out to the company to set up a meeting with somebody to ask, how do I get this out to more people? Because I work under an organization with hundreds of other clinicians, and I'm like, I want everybody needs to have this tool. It's absolutely incredible. It saves me hours and hours of time that I normally would be spending writing notes, and I don't have to write anything ever again. Like, even for intake appointments where, if you take insurance and you're doing intake appointments, you're having to go to each column and write all these notes, and you're trying to stay present with the client. And with this program, I have to actually remind myself that I don't need to take notes, because by habit, I'll just start typing, and I'm like, relax, just be present with the client. Like, I don't have to write anything. And what's amazing too is that there's templates, and so you can make it fit like a SOAP note, or however your intake assessments are structured, you can put it in exactly how yours are, and then it'll just spit it out for you automatically. And I very rarely have to maybe change a word or take out something, but it takes me seconds, literally seconds, to write my notes now because you just copy and paste it into your CRM. Beyond that, one of my favorite features that was totally unexpected, that I had no idea that it did, is there's an assistant option where you can go in before your session and say, remind me what we did last week. And it'll tell you exactly what you talked about last week. Remind me, what was the homework that they were gonna do? It tells you the homework. What was the client's boyfriend's name? It'll tell you, which is so helpful to not have to be holding and tracking every single thing in your mind, or just to know that you don't have to awkwardly be taking notes during the session. I always felt like when I had been to therapists who we'd be talking and then all of a sudden they'd write something down, I'd be like, what did they just write down? And now I don't have to write anything down in front of the client. Like, I can just be present with them. And I feel like that's kind of the theme of what it allows you to do, is it allows you to be fully present. And that's, I think, the biggest value that we can really give to our clients, is our presence, is the authentic relationship that's happening in the moment, rather than all the things that we have to do for insurance and for our licensure and all the rules and regulations and stuff. Like, all that stuff is just being handled and taken care of in the background with AI supporting you, so that you can focus on why you actually took on this role as a career, right? Is for the relationship. And oh my gosh, I almost forgot. After 3 sessions working with somebody, you can take those progress notes, click a button that says treatment plan, and it'll come up with your entire treatment plan that's completely compliant with insurance. So it really is amazing. I have only good things to say about this program. For the amount of money that it costs relative to how much time it's going to save you, it'll actually make your job more enjoyable and more sustainable, because the paperwork is ultimately what's gonna burn you out after a long day of client sessions, right? So if we can minimize that so that we can show up more fully with our clients, then you're gonna have a really long, satisfying career in this field. So anyways, that is my highest recommendation. I think everybody needs to try it.